Hey folks, well, it's been a while since you heard from me. I've changed positions. I'm still doing internet photography for dealerships. I'm just doing it for one. I'm not driving all over the place anymore. So the dealership that I'm working for now is a Ford dealership and a Dodge dealership. So I can actually do a video on a Lightning. I just haven't done it yet. We have one, we've sold one, we have one in stock. Why I'm making this video today is because the owner has a friend who bought a Rivian and sold it, and I had to go pick it up and drive it back to the dealership. It's about 35-40 miles that I'm going to get to drive this vehicle. This is the R1S, and I thought I'd give my thoughts on what it's like, and I'm going to drive it, and get towards the end. I'm not going to video the whole trip or anything. I'm just going to kind of talk about it here and there and tell you what my impressions are of this vehicle. Right now I've driven it about 6 miles, 7 miles, and it's impressive, very impressive. There's some things that I can see right away that it's kind of tough to do without knowing a whole lot about the inner workings of the vehicle. Is I can't find, like, on the screens different I like to keep track of the kilowatts used, kilowatts remaining, miles driven, all that kind of stuff, miles remaining. It doesn't really show all that right now, so I'd have to really pay attention and dig through the system to try to find it. I'm going to flip the screen real quick so you can kind of see what I'm seeing right now. I'm not going to try to mess with it too much while I'm driving. Plus, it's a sold vehicle. I don't really want to do a whole lot to it because it's going out to California and we live in Missouri. So I want to make sure that, you know, I'm kind of giving it back to the people who bought it the way that it is, the way it's intended. So here, let me flip. All right, this is the main screen here. It's showing 114 miles with 39% charge. It had 42% charge when I got in it. I did get on it a couple times just kind of see what it was going to be like. Yeah, it's got a lot of power. I believe this is a 311 mile range vehicle. So 113 miles on basically 39% still pretty darn good, I think. And it's cold out today. It's not raining or snowing or anything, but it is chilly, 46 degrees. So okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to get off of here and then I'll come back and kind of tell you what my thoughts are. Okay, here's a look of the outside of it. Right away you'll notice it does have a ring light around it, which I am impressed with and tickled to death they did that. Makes it so much easier. It has a 1772 plug in it with a DC fast charge, and the cover there, it's got the approach doors handles, but you have to activate those with one of the keys. These are the 3 key fobs. I'm gonna close the door. So yeah, it's got the 3 different types of key fobs. Of course, the one that you can wear on your wrist, you just walk up to the car and rub that up next to the door handle and it pops out. Same thing with the credit card. And then this has the remote, has you can open the trunk, and lock and unlock the doors. And it's got a carabiner on it that you can hook it onto your belt loop or purse or whatever it is. So that's what they have here as far as keys go, which I like a lot better than what they have for some of the other vehicles that are out there. I did not play with anything here to really kind of get an idea. This is the charge button. Like I said, there's probably hidden menus here that I just don't know about yet. I'm not going to spend a ton of time trying to find all that stuff. I'm just going to give you a quick walkthrough on the vehicle. Overall, I drove it back. It was in sport mode just because I wanted to see how the drive was. It drives very good. The gear shifter, the selector, this is something that you don't know unless you get in one, is right there. Of course, you push the button in, it puts it in park. This is kind of like the European style shifter. Mercedes used this, BMW used this, Tesla uses one similar. They're all similar to this same style here for gear selection. To turn your cruise on the lane keep assist, see these two arrows right here, you push that down twice and that activates that. So, and then once your cruise is set, then you can hit the left and right here, and that turns your speed slower, speed faster. So, and then this is radio controls and volumes, the way it's configured right now. And then here's the windshield wiper and headlight switch. Everything is set to auto. And it has buttons on the back that actually helps that as well. Let me see if I can turn the light on. I kind of messed with it a little bit while I was driving, but I really didn't need them. Does have power seats in it. Very comfortable seats. It was a nice drive. It actually rode and drove very well. It's got, you know, more power than what you'd ever think you'd ever need, for sure. The size of this thing, I'm impressed with the size. It's more like a Jeep Grand Cherokee. It's that size. I thought that was a very decent size to drive. It wasn't wandering all over the road or anything. It was those are hooks for like bags and stuff. This is rear heat and air and everything back here. It looks like the vents are here. There are speakers up here, but no vents in the top. They're just down there. This seat is like a power folding seat almost. It's got rear seats. All the SUV versions of this will have the third row seating. You can't get it without it. It's standard in these. The mats are, here you go, turn the light back on. The mats are kind of like a bamboo-ish feel. I believe that's correct. Carpet's a tight weave. There's adjustment on these seats to slide forward and back. It does have a full-length sunroof with the divider here. This is probably just for safety, for in case it happens to roll over or anything like that. This one has the, let's see, where's the size? There it is. These are 22-inch wheels on this, so these are the bigger ones. Back here, there's a button right there, and it's got like a Volvo feel to it with the split tailgate. That's what Volvo did for many years. Really pretty cool, big opening. These seats all lay down just like on most everything else. And then, of course, here, this bag over here on the left, this is an airline. And then this one, of course, is a first aid kit. Now, the airline attaches into the pump and compressor right here. So you can actually put air in and out of your tires using that airline. And it looks like it's pretty long when you open it up. Yeah, looks pretty good size hose too. It's pretty thick. Got a quick coupler on there to put an air chuck on, or whatever else you need to do if you're blowing up like a inner tubes or, you know, just anything. Tires, basketballs, footballs, whatever you're doing. I don't think I need to explain what air compressor does. It does have these tie downs. That slide, I like that style. I've seen those on other imported vehicles before. Some of the old the Nissan trucks, kind of where I first seen them. There is an AC vent, heater vent right there for the back seats. I haven't laid those down, so I don't know. This is just a quick review, just to kind of give you guys an idea what it looks like. It does have power lift gate. So now these door handles do not approach, or do not pop out on approach. You actually have to hit the unlock button, or like I said, rub that up against it. let's open the frunk. 2 pops, and it is a power lift. Very, very deep. The charger on it, it states that it'll charge at 48 amps in there. I haven't really looked at this yet to know. It is a 220 charger. Let's see if we can get some information here. You had to do 110, so it must have an adapter for 110 volts and 240, 32 amp. It says 32 amps on here. So this isn't really a large charger by standards. I would think that it would be bigger. In on the dash, it talks about 48 volts. So this is pretty cool. I didn't realize it had this. So yeah, see, this is showing 316 mile range on this particular model. So this is another bag. This bag right here is actually where all this charger goes to. The guy who had it was using it and charging it at home on a regular basis. I'm trying to see, this is a shelf. Okay, it just folds down then. Okay, I was trying to figure out how it worked. It's got a magnet right up here. That was pretty strong, so I didn't want to break it, so I was being gentle with it. So it does have that shelf to hide that. That's a nice feature. There's a strap. And it's got a little pocket right here. It's got the front license plate bracket. I'm not sure about that. Some sort of pocket liners. There's a windshield washer fluid filler there. Really nice setup. They did a good job. It is a power hood. It'll power back down if you hit the button. I left the remote inside, so I didn't do it. I really like the styling of the headlights. I like the light bar across it. Got tow hooks on it. That's really cool. Should have skid plates. Yep, all the way across, all the way down. It's got 4-wheel motors on each 4 wheels. Each of the wheels to give it power right at the wheels. Looks like there is a CV shaft in there, so they're just inside, probably to protect it from the elements. The size is almost, in my mind, for an SUV, it's almost perfect in size. This back end is kind of shorter. I would say this is designed that way on purpose, so people who live in towns and in cities, they can be able to pull into parking spots in and out a lot easier because it's not sticking way out, you know, past the wheel. So I think they did a really good job. Their styling is really nice. So all right, I just wanted to give you a quick overlook of it. Like I said, but by no means is this a full in-depth review because this vehicle is actually sold. I didn't want to do a whole lot of stuff to it because, you know, it's a sold unit. If it wasn't sold, or if it was somebody that I knew personally, yeah, I would get more in depth with it. I just want to give you a heads up, man. Rivian did a good job. I'll go ahead and I'll throw in a video here for too long with the Lightning. Hopefully it won't take me too long to get that done. I don't know when I'm going to get about to it. So anyway, I appreciate you guys watching. Sorry for the delay and such a long delay in my videos. And just hang around. You know, I'll keep putting electric vehicles on as I get my hands on them. And I couldn't resist not putting this on here because, like I said, I've been a Rivian fan for a long time. You but I'm waiting on Stellantis to come out with that Dodge Ram. We'll see what that's like, depending on what I'm going to order then, because I'm going to either order one of these or I'm going to order one of those. I like the Lightning, but it's just I'm just not in. I'm not impressed with it overall. I'm not a Ford guy to begin with, even though I work at a Ford dealership. Nothing wrong with that. Each to their own. But that doesn't mean I'm going to go out and try to go buy a Chevrolet either. Because so far, I'm not real impressed with what I've seen out of them. So anyway, guys, thank you so much. Hang around. If you liked the video, give me a thumbs up. You can subscribe if you want to. I don't care. It's up to you guys, because I'm not doing it for that. I'm just doing it just because, hey, you know, I'm a guy just like you that, man, I wish I could see one of them. Well, this is as close as I can get you to it. So it just so happens I'm able to get to it. So, all right, thank you guys. Y'all have a good day.